Hello everybody. Well, it's good to see y'all. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We're going to turn that air conditioner off for a minute so y'all can hear me a little better maybe. It's nice out this morning, overcast, raining. Just a beautiful day to me. I mean, I know some people like sun and hot weather. I'm just not one of them people. I like cold, rainy days. Always have, always will. I like the temperature a little warmer now than I used to. I like it to be in the 50s and 60s instead of the 30s and 20s. But everybody got their own idea what's what. I'm supposed to go eat lunch with Trevor here in a little bit. Hopefully he will be coming home at the end of the week. He's still scheduled for it, so things are going to start getting back to normal maybe, where we can actually do some things, and he might be part of it a little bit. When he starts getting a little better, I'm going to try to get him to do a little filming and editing with us. I'm going to put this at the beginning of the video because apparently when I put it at the end, some people see it and some don't. In the description below this video, I put a link to our apparel store. If you want some Hopper merchandise, some Alkysaw merchandise. I also put a link to our Facebook page called Hopper Nation. If you want to come over and join that, there's some buying and some selling and some showing off in there, and you can generally talk to anybody you want to. So yeah. All right, hold on just a second. We'll get started. All right. Sorry, y'all. Samuel was calling me. He was out there in the driveway. He come pick up the saw, get some chains made, so I'd take care of that right quick. Gonna try to film a little video here today. Something that a lot of y'all probably interested in. Mama Taz, don't be upset. There's nothing wrong right now. We're just gonna do some looking. So, some of y'all know that I've got this. Some of you don't. Some of you probably gonna see it for the first time today. Turn that air conditioner off again. This is a almost 100% stock Holzfforma 372 G372xp with a dirt bike pipe on it that runs on alcohol. We built it over a year ago, and it has been doing a job that a lot of people never thought it would do, including me. And it does run. I would fire it up, but I done poured the alcohol out of it. And we're fixing to pull the pipe and stuff off of it. What we're going to do today is we're going to pull the pipe and the carburetor off of this thing, and we're going to go over the timing numbers and find out what they are, because I need to know. Because I didn't time it when I built it. It took me just a few minutes to do the port job on it. I done it quick, fast, and in a hurry, and with no disregard for whether it would actually run or not. I just snapped her out, done it, and put her back together. So I am picking up a little bit of vibration. It's starting to get a little vibration, and I've been asking time and time again if y'all want me to run it until it dies or work on it. And the consensus is out about half and half. I haven't come to the conclusion of whether I would just go and pull it down. And I may just end up pulling it down, because it runs so good. Why should we run it till it destroys itself? You know, if it'll run. And it does. It runs. It runs good. We probably will not be running it in this video, but maybe what I'll do is we'll make the video on the porting, and maybe we'll take it out and run it a little bit. It's actually rainy and stuff today, and stormy and things like that. So, ooh, that's sharp. This is a a Brennan square ground, and it is sharp. I'm trying to get it out from under my fingers so it don't tear my fingers off. Oh. Do y'all like the way the pipe looks on it? That's just, I think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. We're going to pull the pipe off of it. You got to pull the top off of it, pull the pipe off, and get some timing numbers. So I might want to replicate this in the future. Never can tell. Not around here. Nobody knows. Right now my table is a mess, y'all. Finding stuff is almost impossible because, well, you know, with everything that's been going on, I haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything. There is the pipe flange. Ain't the prettiest thing I ever built, but it was one of the quickest. So it's pretty smooth. It could use some more work inside that pipe, and I ain't even lying. But all right, I'm gonna set the pipe out of the way for now. All right, let me get some things moved around. I'll bring you back in a minute. All right. If y'all can see how much oil is running out of the front of the port. But for those that ask what flavor do I like to run, some people run 32 to 1, some people run this and that, some people run 50 to 1. I normally run 32 in most gas stuff. But in this saw here, running alcohol, we run it at 20 to 1. And I need to fix that. That nut comes out of this thing. If I happen to crank it while it's got the air filter off, the nut always flies out of this thing because it was Chinese and it was rough to get it out of there because they Loctite the stud into it. But we'll get it. I might have to go out to the truck. I just remembered I had some brake cleaner out in the truck and I forgot to bring it in. So here's what she looks like with the top off. It does have an OEM flywheel and an OEM coil. I changed the flywheel because I didn't want to eat it. And I changed the coil because it died. Other than that, all the other pieces on this saw are stock. It's running the stock clutch, 7-tooth sprocket, which we're gonna test the bearings too. We're gonna kind of feel them and see how they feel. So we're just doing a little servicing on this thing. Gonna check the timing numbers. But I've had a lot of questions about it. People ask me this and that and the other. And there are some people that don't believe it's a stock Holzfforma saw running on alcohol, and I don't know why they don't believe it, because it is. Probably because some of the people that's run it, they've seen it, they've felt it. She ain't no slouch. It ain't the most powerful saw in the world, but it definitely is not a slouch. Now, luckily I've done some trimming under here on this saw, and I can actually take the intake boot off. I can take the intake boot off, put it back on while the saw's put together. Because I cut all this floor out of here when I went with the larger carburetor, and I guess y'all can see it. It's opened up in there pretty good. It really is. We're going to time it though, and then eventually we're probably going to lower that intake timing a little bit more. Just because I feel like it needs it. I really wish that was clean. Oh, and here you go. Here's the carburetor come off of it. It is the stock Chinese aftermarket. I could probably even do a little cleanup in there and make it flow a little better. Because I run this saw with the air filter on it. This is like one of them 700 horsepower drag cars. It ain't 3,000 or 10,000, but it's still exciting to run. It don't have 10,000 horsepower, but it's still a lot of fun to run. It ain't the fastest saw in the world, but plug's wet, black on one side, white on the other, which is okay because we're running 20-to-1, and it's getting plenty of oil. The piston does look like it's suffering a little bit. The cylinder could use more porting. I can see that. Yep, I can see that. But what we're wanting to do right now is we just simply want to get the timing numbers off of this saw. Because whether you like it or whether you hate it, it runs good. And it pulls hard. And it cuts relatively fast. It cuts rather well. I mean, it's no slouch. I'm gonna set that down here. It is no slouch. I want to check that. The end play in the bearing feels good. There's no definite play in it. I'll show you what's under here too. We don't keep no secrets. Well, the only thing that I keep secret is the things that I think are too dangerous for people to know. And I say that not being mean. There are some things that we do that if we showed everything that we done, there would be some people who would probably tear some stuff up trying to copy it, and then they'd get mad at us, which, you know, we don't. If you need to know it and you want to know it, we don't have a problem showing you. We just don't want you to mess something up and then be unhappy at us because you messed something up. Because, well, you know, it's still smooth. You know, chainsaw porting, it's not a hard thing to do. It's not overcomplicated. Uh, you can run into some issues, but you know, such is life with everything. All right, let me get my board. Sorry, y'all. Had to go get my chuck key. I took this to Hopper Stock with us, and I hadn't brought it back in yet. Now, all I've done is I set the saw up, the top dead center. Well, for some reason, this degree wheel does not fit on that end of the crank. All right. Let me go get the other one. I do like to show this one occasionally. A GM, an authentic GM. And I did not buy this thing used off of eBay so it would look old. This is the degree wheel I learned how to use when I was a youngin'. When we were racing go-karts when I was a kid, this is the wheel I learned how to use. So, because I've had some people ask me, do you own a degree wheel or whatever? And when they saw that one, they said, oh, you just went and bought one, this and that and the other. Yeah. Yeah, I did buy that one. But I've had this one since I was about 11 years old. So, this is the one that I like this one a little better than some of the other ones. Because it has a broader range on it. It's not quite as confusing as the newer ones. I just like to have a wheel that goes from 0 to 359 instead of having all that extra stuff on there it doesn't need. Instead of having all that extra stuff it don't need. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put this pointer at. Might just put it down here. I think I will. And I'll just put it down here and we'll bend it to wherever we need it. Y'all want me to keep showing this? You want me to stop and do it? Well, let's get y'all over here just a little closer. Y'all come on in here. Get up there. I'm going to tighten that up just a smidge. All this is a piece of aluminum welding wire. It's nothing spectacular. You got two choices when you're doing this. Either use something really firm or really soft. I do have both. Sometimes I use the firm one, sometimes I use the soft one. Just depends on what I'm doing. And it matters to me. It may not matter to somebody else. So, 10's bigger than a 3/8. We'll just use the pliers. I can't get the socket on there with the degree wheel on it, so we'll just snug it up with our pliers. Not overly concerned about it. Not something that's gonna affect us one way or the other too much. Oh, sorry, y'all. All right. Looks like 35. Looks like 65. We're gonna put it down here about 50. 51. Oh. 49. 49 and a half. 51. 49 and a half. 51. Come on. Come on now. 50. 51. 51. About 50 and a half and 51. That's 50 and a half. It's 49 and a half. I just cannot get this one to set. For whatever reason. 50 and a half. 50 and a half. There we go. Sorry. Sometimes it's a little troublesome. So right there is top dead center. Okie dokie. Let's see where we're going. Y'all want me to move y'all? I tell you what, I will. Since I've been so bad on videos lately, I'll try to get y'all the best shots today. How's that? Let me move the tripod over here just a bit. That new fluid head on that tripod works amazing. What I'm gonna do, there we go. Y'all see that light come in and out? See, there's the first little crack. There's the first light. That's where we're going to go. Right there. So we are at 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. We're at 98 degrees before TD and, oh, I'm sorry. Uh-oh, I got crew that's walked in, y'all. Y'all hold on a minute. Let me get this rope down. Oh, I got an ink pen with me. Where's that pad at? What y'all boys up to?
I just got through doing a little bit of work. Small job. Got chasing rain.
Chasing rain. Crawford, you calling me now? You got to hold on a minute. Alkysaw. 372. Oh yeah, started the video today. Alright, what did I say we was at? 80, 90, 95, 96. We're at about 96 degrees. exhaust. I had to turn it down a little bit because it was so noisy. Okay. Right there is where it opens. So that is 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 126 on the transfers. Oh, look, there's a pencil. Here, pencil. 126.
126 on the transfer.
On transfers.
So I make the flood
96 to 126. That's 30 degrees of blow down there.
96, 30. Ain't no wonder it runs good. That's why it runs good.
That's why I try to tell everybody 30 degrees of blow down makes the power.
Yeah, that's why it's so well. It holds screens too at being 96 on the exhaust.
Well, this is the one that's probably going to be a little less surprising than anything. Is this one right here? It's probably going to have a low. I figured the intake timing's not that, and it's not. It's exactly what I thought. 75 degrees, 76. It's between 75 and 76, so I'm gonna call it 75.
If it was around 78 or 80, 78 or 80, somewhere in there, it'd be real good.
I think it could go to 85.
Yeah, good.
We're gonna call it 70. Let's call it 76 degrees. Because it's in between the two. It might be a little closer. Yeah. The sharp part of the point is into. So there's our numbers on the Alkysaw. 96, 126, and 76. 30 degrees of blowdown. Anybody wondering why it runs good? That's the reason. And we'll probably change. We're going to do a little changing on it, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some changing on another cylinder. We're going to try something. So, yeah, y'all be keeping a lookout for that. I'll probably stop this video now because I got a little bit of stuff to do, and like I said, I'm gonna go see Trevor for lunch this evening. So y'all got any questions? Bleep bloop them down there in the comment section. We're gonna play around. Don't be worried, and I got more of these. Okay, don't worry about it. Matter of fact, this might not even be the one we play with. We might just set this one to the side and do another bottom end and see how it reacts. So, y'all say hey to Glenn. There's Jeb. There's Andrew. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Be kind to each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Bellhopper out.